I managed to close my first $3,000 a month retainer client from my course creation agency with absolutely zero case studies in just 50 days. And that's from when I started as a complete beginner with no prior experience or knowledge about creating courses. It took me a couple weeks to understand how courses are actually made and structured. And the actual outreach took me 25 days. My outreach consists of mainly Instagram cold DMs, and I did about 40 of those every single day. There were some days where I didn't manage to send out 40, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say I was doing 40 every single day. It would be 40, maybe 30 some days, 20 some days, maybe even 0 some days. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I first reached out to my client asking him if he has an online course, which he replied to no. And I asked him, have you ever considered about creating a course, or do you know the impact a course could make? And things like that, just to understand or get to know if this client is actually a good client for me to work with. And of course I have 0 case studies. This is my first client. So when he asked me if I've ever done this for anyone before, I was like, no, I haven't done this for anyone before. And you know, you have to keep it real, you have to keep it honest. You don't want to lie to these prospects. I managed to get this prospect to book a call with me, and there was actually 3 calls until we officially closed on a deal. And the first call consisted mainly of just getting to know what he actually does, where he wants to be, especially in this digital and content creation type of space, where he wants to take his content, the type of course he would even be making, his background, his experience, just basically getting to know him and actually establishing a real human connection. Because I feel like a lot of people, they get on these sales calls and they don't actually care about, you know, the prospect or the person, right? We actually want to build some sort of relationship and connection with these people so they can actually genuinely trust us. The second sales call was the actual pitch. So I took him through a presentation. It was a short presentation just explaining exactly what I do, what I will do with him. The third call was the negotiation of the deal. So I proposed $3,500 a month for a minimum of 3 months, plus a 15% profit share. My client did counter my offer and he asked for $3,000 a month plus a 13% profit share, since I don't have any case studies or I don't have a track record. I agreed to his offer, and because this is my first actual client, I did lower the profit share to 10%. I said, look, I'll take 10% and the $3,000 a month. And you know, it was done. And the reason I charged high is because I want to give my service a higher perceived value. And the higher you actually begin to start charging, the higher perceived value your whole service and business comes across as a whole. To those people who haven't signed a client yet, all I can genuinely say is just keep doing it, right? It's not supposed to be easy. Look, I was expecting to go 3 months, 6 months without a client. That's the kind of mindset you actually have to come into this whole entrepreneurship or agency game, because it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and it won't make you special. If you actually want to make a living for yourself and have that time freedom and even make a ton of money, you need to be prepared to work fucking hard, man. Mentally, it's extremely hard, I get it, because outreaching and seeing no results just makes you think like, does this even work? You know, you start to doubt yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to know that you can actually do this, okay? It's not, maybe I'll give it a go, maybe I can do that, maybe, just maybe I can sign a client. Look, there's no maybe. You only know yourself if you can do it or not. Look, if it takes 2, 3, or even 6 months for you to actually sign your first client, so be it. Look, you know why you started. You always have to remember exactly why you went down this path. If you need any advice or have any questions, just drop a comment down below. Or you can just DM me on my Instagram, because I get back to every single person. Feel free to subscribe and leave a comment if you want to see more content like this. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.